They say knowledge is power, but what they don't tell you is that power has a dark side, a side few dare to understand, let alone master. The truth is, the world isn't ruled by the loudest voices or the strongest fists. It's ruled by those who know how to manipulate the invisible strings of influence, silently, strategically, and instantly. What if I told you there are 6 dark laws of power that, once understood, can give you the ability to control conversations, dominate social dynamics, and make people obey your will without even realizing it? These aren't tricks. These are psychological weapons, and once you learn them, there's no going back. Let's face it, the modern world isn't fair. Most people live at the mercy of others, bosses, relationships, social circles. But there's a small group of people who always seem to be in control. They walk into any room and own it. They make decisions, influence minds, and win, even when the odds are against them. Why? Because they understand power. They understand how to use it in the shadows. These 6 dark laws of power are drawn from real-life manipulation techniques, classic psychological principles, and yes, distilled from Robert Greene's infamous 48 Laws of Power. But this isn't a book summary. This is practical, dangerous knowledge you can start using today. Let's begin. Conceal your intentions. If people know what you're planning, they will prepare against you. But if you keep your motives hidden, they will lower their guard. And that's when you strike. Why it works. The human brain craves certainty. When someone behaves predictably, we feel safe, but when you conceal your true motives, others project their assumptions onto you. This creates confusion, and confusion is power. Real-life example, think about elite poker players. They don't show emotion. They don't signal what they're holding. That blank face, it wins millions. How to apply it? Stop oversharing. Stop explaining your goals to everyone. Give people just enough to think they understand you, but never enough to truly know your next move. Always say less than necessary. Words reveal. Silence conceals. The more you talk, the more likely you are to say something that weakens your position. Why it works. People who talk less are perceived as more powerful. Silence creates mystery, and mystery creates authority. Psychological principle. This ties directly to dominance hierarchy. The alpha in the room doesn't need to explain himself. His presence says it all. How to apply it. In negotiations, in arguments, in group settings, let others speak first. Measure your words. Leave pauses. Watch how people lean in just to hear you. Control attention at all costs. Power is about focus. If you control what people focus on, you control what they think. Why it works. Human attention is limited. If you can direct that spotlight even momentarily, you become the center of influence. Example, look at politicians, influencers, even cult leaders. They know how to make themselves the center of attention through controversy, charisma, or calculated silence. How to apply it. Create a strong personal brand. In conversation, use eye contact, hand gestures, and vocal emphasis to redirect focus. Learn to hijack attention with presence, not noise. Get others to do the work. This is one of the most ruthless laws, but also one of the most effective. Why it works. Delegation builds loyalty, but taking credit establishes dominance. When you combine both, you build a reputation for effectiveness without burning your energy. Historical example, Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb alone, but he built a system where the world believed he did. How to apply it. Learn to lead behind the scenes. Let others execute your vision, but ensure your name is associated with the final outcome. That's not theft, that's strategy. Master the art of timed withdrawal. One of the most underrated manipulation techniques is strategic absence. Why it works. When you're always available, you're taken for granted. But when you pull away at key moments, people crave your presence. This imbalance gives you psychological control. Social proof. Ever wonder why luxury brands go out of stock or celebrities suddenly disappear from social media? It's not by accident. How to apply it. Learn when to disappear from a conversation, a relationship, or even social platforms. Let your absence speak louder than presence. Creates curiosity, tension, and demand. Crush your enemy totally. This is not about violence. It's about decisiveness. If you allow an enemy to survive, they will regroup, recover, and retaliate. Why it works. Half measures are dangerous. When you take action, go all in. Leave no room for rebellion. Historical example. When Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon, he didn't stop halfway. He eliminated rivals and secured Rome. How to apply it. If someone is sabotaging you, remove them completely from your circle. If you decide to quit something, burn the bridge behind you. Your commitment must be absolute. Let's be real, not everyone deserves to be manipulated. But power, like any tool, is neutral. It depends on how you use it. Use these laws to protect your boundaries. Use them to lead teams more effectively. Use them to rise above manipulation from others. But never forget, with great psychological power comes great responsibility. Misuse it, and the consequences can be brutal. Now you stand at a crossroads. You can ignore what you just learned and continue being manipulated in silence. Or you can start mastering these 6 dark laws of power, one by one, and use them to protect yourself, command respect, and take back control of your life. Which path will you choose? If you're serious about leveling up your mind, subscribe to the channel. This is just the beginning. We're going deep into the untold rules of influence, success, and psychological warfare. And let me know in the comments, which dark law of power hit you the hardest? Remember, the game is being played, whether you like it or not. The only question is, will you be a pawn or a player? Stay sharp, stay dangerous. See you in the next one.